They tear people apart. Millions die. No one lives. Not through that.
Great changes are coming to Dead World, my son. Waves of maggots over oceans of rot. You'll see it, David. You'll see it with your own eyes. Do you understand?
One of the things I worried about 12 years ago and that I worry about today is that there will be another 9/11 attack, and that the next time it'll be with weapons far deadlier than airline tickets and box cutters.
I continue to be much more concerned when it comes to our security with the prospect of a nuclear weapon going off in Manhattan.
You will never see it coming.
Vermin. They came here to exterminate us.
You got a friend in me.
Oh, my head's still ringing from that explosion. What happened? Oh, don't be silly. Why would you blow up our town? You're talking crazy talk. Well, okay, as long as you're sorry. But I expect you to apologize to everyone else in town, okay? And don't do it again. And what's with the weird look? Have I got something on my face? Don't be silly. I just got some gunk on my face after the explosion. But that doesn't explain why it peels away in strips. Ooh, and oozes. I think I'm turning into a ghoul.
They radiated 4,000 plus foster kids who were even healthy. In some cases, they gave them low dosages. Other cases, they put them in there and would fry them on the spot. And in the reports, the Army and other scientists would say, well, as I heard the 4-year-old cry and beg, their body literally burned. And it took several hours for him to die as we monitored. I felt very sad that they had to do this, but it was for the greater good. See, it was about finding cadres of people that would take a 3-year-old and stick them in a radiation chamber and then hit them so hard that their feet would burn to the ground like frying eggs. The government isn't a government. It is eugenicists, social engineers who have disdain and hatred for humanity. They make Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer look like angels compared to them. They have disdain and a love of death. And if you won't get it, if you won't get that understanding, we're going to lose. I know you're not like that, so it's so alien you don't understand it. Some of the new listeners out there. I will assure you this is what we face.
I mean the whole species. Everything human, and they have a plan.
They want the major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
Does it surprise you to know that Daleks have a concept of beauty?
There is no need to be afraid.
the explosion that was captured on video of one of the reactors exploding in Fukushima, and the explosion, the smoke stack of a small nuclear device were extraordinarily similar. So I then started looking at anything that could have explained this. And I came across the fact that in the years leading up to Fukushima, those reactors and that site in general had installed a new surveillance camera and sensor system. Then, when you put one of those next to what they call a gun-type nuclear weapon, which is a small nuclear device, if you take the casing off the gun-type nuclear weapon, what is inside is, shall we say, not a million miles from what these cameras and sensors look like. And it was, with other information, it was my view, I concluded, that these were small nuclear devices and that Fukushima was blown up on purpose to release that radiation as part of this much wider radiation agenda to irradiate the atmosphere of the planet much more than it has been up to this point.
Four, three, you're totally relaxed. 2, 1. Tell me what you see.
There's an owl at my window. Staring at me. Just staring at me.
Tell me about the owl. Doesn't look like a normal owl.
It's not an owl.
Then I asked, of course, I asked the question, who put these devices in, these sensors in? And it turns out to be an Israeli company located at Dimona in Israel.
I mean, this is just complete insanity, just complete and utter chaos, which I guess they want.
Why? I mean, that's the joke from Dr. Busby, is that it's like an alien race is secretly running things, and they want higher radiation to live in, and they're terraforming us with radiation.
The terraforming of the planet, as I have stated in Camelot numerous times, with the methane and the Fukushima disaster involving radiation, is an effort to terraform the planet, to make it more, amenable to certain races of beings, including the reptilians, so that they can be in our atmosphere more easily. That is the agenda. That is one of the agendas.
Well, for many, many years now, I've been ticking off the ever-increasing sources of radiation to which humans are subjected. And they are so numerous and being added to all the time. It was very clear to me that there is an agenda here of subjecting humanity to more and more radiation. It's a long story and there are many, many elements to why, but the fact that they're doing it is becoming obvious.
They are going to present themselves to the world very soon. They have to, because people become aware of their existence and presence in ever greater numbers. Therefore they are forced to switch from covert to overt rulership. They have always been in control of humanity for thousands of years. They are way too smart for conventional warfare. In order to enslave worlds, they use clever deception and persuasion, tricking people into accepting their rulership via free will to avoid the karmic blowback from a violent takeover. In order to be accepted by the masses, they have to present themselves in a positive light. They will appear as saviors of mankind, of superior intelligence and wisdom, spiritually advanced and related with humanity. They claim to be a future human descendant from future Earth, where a nuclear war happened that destroyed everyone but them. They will claim that they had to genetically alter themselves to cope with the impact of the radiation.
Okay, so you evolved from us. So why do we destroy ourselves with nuclear war? Can you be more specific, please?
This, of course, is nothing but lies. Reptilians/Greys are in control now and always were for thousands of years. If anyone caused a nuclear war, it was them, not humans. They are not future humans. They are a genetically created slave race of the Reptilians, which they use as probes. See, neither are they future humans, nor are they from future Earth. They are from an entirely different realm or dimension. There are many realms and dimensions. Some are positive, others are negative. They are from a highly negative realm. There are many references to such highly negative realms: lower astral, negative fourth dimension, hell, abyss, Tartarus, underworld, underground universe, the void. The atmosphere in their highly negative realm is nuclear radiation. Christians refer to it as hellfire. Muslims refer to it as smokeless fire. Christians call reptilians fire demons. Muslims call reptilians fire jinn. Reptilians can't stay in our atmosphere for long, because just as radiation is harmful to humans, our atmosphere is harmful to them. That is why they use probes or diving suits into our realm. These probes/suits are the Greys, Grey hybrids and Reptilian bloodlines. In order to come here by themselves without using probes/suits, they terraform our reality with nuclear radiation. This is their true agenda. Everything else is lies and deception. But if they want radiation, and want to reduce our numbers, then why would they warn us of a nuclear war? Their strategy is always multi-angled and always uses deception. They do want war and they do want higher radiation, but they also want to be celebrated as saviors and take overt control. To achieve that they, A. warn us of nuclear war, B. then cause nuclear war, or at least some nuclear detonations. C. appear as saviors, claiming they stopped the total destruction of the world and humanity by nuclear war. D. they will be celebrated as saviors and humans will put them in charge.
I love you. Both of you.
We love you too. Oh my God!
Hold on!
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!
Then they will just continue the radiation terraform project slow pace like they always did, with intentional accidents and terrorist attacks and alleged natural catastrophes and other lies and deceptions. While in the background it will be always them that are responsible. They probably will stage terrorist attacks on nuclear power plants claiming it was done by religious fanatic humans. To abolish religion and replace it with some new age alien cult. Eventually they want to do away with both Christianity and Islam, as both religions portray them as evil. They also will require more reasons why humans need to be controlled by wise and intelligent alien leaders, and why the best way to do that would be RFID microchips put into humans to track and monitor terrorists and fanatics and dangerous anti-alien activists. They will twist the truth into unrecognizable form. They will lie, deceive, murder witnesses and scientists. They will create plots and attacks and blame humans for it. This is the great deception. There is another part to that agenda that connects with the hybridization project, in which human grey hybrids are created to dominate mankind at the service of the reptilians in the background, merging with humans and thereby infusing their synthetic genetics to turn humans into genetic slave drones. This too, they seek to achieve by deception. As revealed in like the great majority of Hollywood productions, by Reptilians produced series Fringe, in which grey human hybrids are presented as solution to the agenda of the Greys/Watchers, who they claim are humans from the future. This is how they pre-program humans. As can be seen, the advertisement for the TV series Fringe displays the one-eye symbolism, which tells us that it is an Illuminati production, and that its content is deceptive, and serves the alien agenda. They give some truth but mixed with poison. They claim that while the Watchers are here to terraform Earth with radiation, so far so correct, a synthesis of humans and grey human hybrids will cause the Watchers to exist in the future. And this of course is nonsense, as they do not come from future Earth. That is a drop of poison in the truth. They further say that human genetic experiments to sacrifice emotion for intelligence would be started and leading to the creation of the Greys and the future of humanity. This is also a lie. The Greys and Reptilians do not have emotions as they are artificial intelligences, second-order beings, that desire to accomplish emotions like humans. Everything they say is the opposite of truth. Additional to radiation, there are other elements they make use of in their terraforming operation. Methane is another important component, as well as the various chemicals used for so-called fracking, are essential to their efforts. Chemtrails are part of this operation as well, although they serve other purposes too.
100,000 tons of methane. That's how much methane was released following the massive blowout of a well connected to the fourth largest U.S. natural gas storage facility last October in Aliso Canyon, California. The well was finally plugged on February 18, 2016, but by then, the damage was already done. The Aliso Canyon gas leak was the largest methane leak in U.S. history, according to the first study of the blowout. That means that it dumped more methane into the atmosphere than the Deepwater Horizon oil spill or the collapse of the Yagi natural gas storage facility in 2001. Methane is an incredibly dangerous greenhouse gas. Although it doesn't linger as long in the atmosphere as carbon dioxide, it's far more potent because it can absorb heat very effectively and trap it in the atmosphere. And more heat trapped in the atmosphere means higher average temperatures around the world, which can have many consequences: melting ice caps, rising oceans, extreme weather, and ecosystem loss, to name a few.
Who made up the subtitle Master of the Human Domain, and what does that mean?
So Master of the Human Domain is a construct that we operate in. It's actually the human domain. It's recognized at the Army level, and what that is there's no longer a linear battlefield after 14 years. So if you think that there's going to be another great war where it's the Allies against the Axis, or even the American-led efforts against the North Koreans and the Chinese, that's just not how warfare is conducted anymore. It's asymmetric in nature. And what is at the root or vied for by the enemy is the human populace.
To join us to talk about the center and its mission is Colonel John Pekosik. He is the commander of the U.S. Army Asymmetric Warfare Group. Colonel, thanks for joining us. Welcome to C-SPAN.
Pedro, thank you for having me. That realistic training that our soldiers need today. So as you can see, the buildings behind us have glass and windows and doors and desks and plants, all those kind of things that our soldiers will encounter.
A lot of type of different buildings, too, on the campus. Give us a feel of what we'll find. I know that we're viewing an embassy behind us and some apartment buildings, but you have some other structures here as well.
Roger. What we do see, Pedro, is the place is really designed to be able to change, to adapt to whatever environment our soldiers might be in. So there's a 6-story building out there that may be an embassy one day, it may be a hotel another day, it may be a warehouse another day. So we can change the settings to meet the kind of environments that our soldiers are going to face.
By the way, Josh Ernest said that the other day, that this is the type of notice that goes out every year. This is just not true. This is for real. I mean, I've been at the meetings. I've gotten the briefings going back 2 and 3 weeks, how concerned they were. And you would not see the manhole covers being tightened down. You would not see the cameras being used the way they are, the nuclear explosive devices in New York, detection devices being used the way they are, the extra personnel being put on, the snipers, all of that. That wouldn't be there if this was just a routine warning.
Did you
this
just
is the
say,
real deal.
Did you just say nuclear?
Yes, yeah, that's a big concern here in New York. Nuclear explosives, the dirty bomb. That's why so much money has been put into explosive detection devices here in New York aimed at nuclear ones. The dirty bomb is a real concern we've always had here in New York. Yes, we put tens of millions of dollars into a nuclear detection system in New York.
Take him to the mountains. I'll need him for the war I'm about to start.
Hail Hydra.
We wait until they get sleepy. Wait until they get so big they can barely move. Then we walk out of the shadows. Quietly walk out of the dark. And strike.
الحام ترابك سوريا
What difference at this point does it make?
Like what's a good Italian password?
My grandma's name.
What's your grandma's name?
Maria.
Maria. So Maria is your password?
Oh yeah, now you know my password. Oh yeah.
You're all going to die down here.
What the hell are we gonna do now, man? Russians got us outnumbered, shit's falling from the sky, we're screwed, man. We're totally hooped.
Only moments ago, New York has come under attack. Witnesses claim to have seen hundreds of UFOs.
Who are these guys anyway?
Nazis.
from the moon.
What is happening here? Why is everyone asleep?
Please, keep your voice down.
Why can't I remember anything? What have you done to me?
Nothing. Please, I want to help you. We cannot talk here. It is not safe. If they see us together, they'll...
I don't care. I want some answers. I want some answers now. Who are they? Why are they trying to kill me? Answer me!
My God, you really can do it.
I did that.
Listen to me, John. You have their power. You can make things happen by will alone. They call it tuning. That is how they make the buildings change. Just now you acted out of self-defense, a reflex. But I can teach you to control your power consciously. Let me help you, John. Together we can stop them. We can take the city back.